Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, my kids. In our last lesson, we talked about ways technology can help us communicate. We practiced using two different methods for communication: mailing a letter and sending an email. Do you remember? In fact, there are many ways that mailing letters and sending emails are different. There are also many ways that they are similar. Let's think about that together. Firstly, mail and email are different in the type of address used. In mail, we use physical or home address, while in email, we use email address. Let's keep thinking together. Last time, we talked about how long it takes to send each type of them. Is it similar or different? Who remember? Excellent. The mail take many days or take time, while the email is sent instantly. It takes only few moments. So it is a faster way than mail. You can mail a letter to only one person, while you can send an email to more than one person at the same time. Do we need to pay to send an email, like when we pay when we buy a stamp to mail a letter? Of course not. We pay only to mail a letter. Yes, we pay to buy a stamp to put it on the envelope. That's right. Only one similarity between the two ways is that you can mail a letter or send an email to someone in another country. Now, please turn to page 140 to record the differences and similarities between the two ways. Do you know what is the name of this shape in front of you? Yes, exactly. Super kids. It's called the Venn diagram. We use it to record the similarities and differences among different things. Here, what we said about differences and similarities between mail and email. In mail, we use the physical address or home address, while in email, we use the email address. Mailing a letter takes a few days, while sending an email delivered instantly. Yes, it is faster. You can mail only one person, while with email, you can message more than one person. In mail, you use a stamp. Here in email, we cannot find a stamp. We don't need it. What about the similarity between each other? We can message someone in another country using mail or email. Thank you for thinking hard. Today, we have advanced technology like cell phones, computers, and tablets that send the messages instantly or very fast. Do you think, is it helpful? Yes, of course, it is helpful. But why is it helpful? We can write a message and just moments later, the other person can read it. Also, people can be connected like they are right there with you. And we can get answers to questions quickly. So, instant communication is helpful, but pay attention. It can also cause problems. Do you know how? You might misspell something. Yes, you might misspell something, write something wrong, or you might send it to the wrong person. Oops, wow, what a mistake. Or once you send something, you cannot get it back. It's over. Now, open your book, page 141, titled Scenarios. In your rows, discuss the scenarios and how you would solve the problem, then complete the sentences. Let's read the first one together. Your best friend takes a funny picture of you and posts it on his social media. You don't think it is funny, and it hurts your feelings. What is the problem here? And how could you solve this problem? Try to think. The problem here is that my friend makes fun of me. How could you solve this problem? I would, of course, blame him. Let's go to the second one. You send a text to your cousin, and she thinks you are saying something mean to her. So, what is the problem here? And how could you solve it? Excellent. The problem here is saying something mean to my cousin. And I would solve this problem by apologize her. Okay, let's do the same in the next page. Let's read together the third scenario. You are using your mom's cell phone when it rings. You answer the phone and a voice you don't recognize asks for your address. What is the problem here and how could you solve it? The problem here is someone I don't recognize asks for my address. So I would give the cell phone to mom. Let's read the last one together. You are playing a game on a computer and a window pops up asking you to buy more time. What do you do? What is the problem here? And how could you solve this problem? The problem here is that a window pops up asking me to buy more time in a game. And I would solve this problem by closing it. Oh, you are creative problem solvers. Let's turn our thinking to another part of communication. Do you remember the email we wrote to grandmother telling her about the Parents' Day? I wonder, what if we were sending it to a teacher at school, your friend, or a store owner? How could the message change? We communicate differently with our friends, teachers, family, or community. We can have formal conversations and informal conversations. In an informal conversation between two friends, we might call a friend by a silly nickname. Can you do the same with the principal or with your teacher, with your mother? Of course not. You should talk to the principal in a formal way. So, when we write a formal message, we pay attention to use correct spelling, correct grammar, and proper language. We should show respect. We should show respect and speak more formally to the people we don't know or older people. We should also be kind to friends in conversation, but we don't need to be formal in our language. Now, open your book page 143, titled Formal or Informal. Let's read the directions together. Imagine your class needs to collect empty plastic bottles for a project. Write a message to a local store owner, a family member, and a friend, asking each to bring in or donate materials for the project. Now, let's see together. How could you talk to a store owner, a family member, and a friend? Let's practice together. When we talk to the store owner, this is our conversation. Hello, how are you? Could you help me, please? I want some empty plastic bottles for my project. Could you donate me some, please? Yes. Here we have formal conversation. Why? Because we don't know the store owner. He's a person that we don't know. So we should speak formally. What about a family member? Let's see our conversation. Hello, how are you? I want some help from you, please. I need some empty plastic bottles. Could you bring me some, please? Excellent. Here, I asked him for help directly because he's a member of my family. What about talking to a friend? Hi. We didn't say hello. We said hi. How are you? Can you bring me some empty plastic bottles as I need them for my project? Yes. We didn't speak formally to our friend. We just speak to him kindly, but not formally. This is the end of our lesson for today. I hope you got new information today. See you next lesson. Goodbye, and thank you for listening.